Last night, there was a disturbance in the force. I couldn't sleep. I woke up at 2 a.m. and as you do, you reach for your phone, you start scrolling Instagram. And of course, I found that Gibson has just announced that they've made a Kirk Hammett GREENY 59 Les Paul Standard Collector's Edition. What do you do with that information? I'll tell you what, at 2 a.m, you don't get any sleep. So I haven't slept. I'm so overwhelmed and excited by the fact that they're releasing this. And then, of course, you play out scenarios in your head where maybe it's actually achievable. Maybe I could afford one. Maybe I could put a down payment. So then when you get up, eventually you make a phone call to the Gibson garage and you speak to the very helpful Will. Thank you for taking my call. And he shatters every single ounce of hope that you have of possibly having one of these guitars by telling you the price. Now, before I do tell you guys the price of what they're asking for this, what do you think it'd be worth? Now, I'm going to go through and show you and tell you exactly what I was told and what they've got on the website of what comes with this custom shop purchase, which is incredible. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you think. So keep in mind, it's a Murphy Lab, so it is handcrafted, hand-built by Tom Murphy himself, and there are literally only 50 of these that are ever going to be made in the world. So like I said, I saw it on Instagram. I did make a comment and I said, oh my God. They liked my comment too, which is pretty cool. Just, yeah, little thanks guys. So here it is. Kirk Hammett GREENY, the collector's edition, 1959 Les Paul Standard GREENY Burst. So 3 legendary guitarists have obviously owned this guitar. We've had Peter Green, Gary Moore, and now it is in the hands of the one and only Kirk Hammett of Metallica. So here on the website, we've got a quick little breakdown of the history of the guitar. Basically, it was with Peter Green while he was with Fleetwood Mac. And then he, according to Wikipedia, Peter Green sold this guitar to Gary Moore for £100. Now, obviously back in the day, you wouldn't know the history of this guitar. I mean, it didn't have history, so you wouldn't know what it was going to be worth, but to hear that is just ludicrous. I mean, Kirk Hammett paid close to $2 million, reportedly, which is just like, I mean, he's fine, he can do that. So this guitar is best known for its very unique tone, and that is due to the neck pickup being flipped, magnet, and reversed mounted. Now, according to Wikipedia, again, Peter Green used to refer to it as his magic guitar. Now, I can't find any information of who actually changed the pickup to that position, but it was probably Peter Green. Apparently, he was a bit of a weirdo, so being weird pays off. Good job. So when I spoke to Will at the Gibson garage, he confirmed that there are only 50 of these being made. 50, that is not many. These are super limited. So if you are lucky enough to get one, keep me in mind. I'd love to review it on the channel. Or maybe Gibson. Maybe you guys could lend me one. Yeah? We'll see, hey? We'll see. So, if we have a look as well, the Custom Shop and Murphy Lab teams worked tirelessly to make an exacting replica of the original GREENY down to the finest detail, including the iconic sound for which the guitar is so well known. The Gibson team worked closely with Kirk Hammett through the prototyping process to ensure every detail was faithful to the original. Now, he did say as well that these are handmade GREENY custom buckers, and he said the sound is exact. It's a perfect replica. So it explains how they sort of, in a brief way, they scanned all of the guitar to get all of the details exact. The colorway carefully matched to replicate the original. So obviously yours, when you get it, is gonna be aging a little bit different because this is a replica. It's not a 59 piece of wood, but you know, it's still so cool. So the body's artfully aged by the Murphy Lab, lightweight mahogany 2-piece figured maple top, single ply cream binding top and fretboard. And like I said, the bridge and the knobs are spot on. And look, I mean, look at that. Even this little black plate here is all scuffed up. Man, it looks so good. I don't know if you guys have been lucky enough to see a Murphy Lab guitar. I haven't played one, but I have seen one in like a shop window in like a case. And oh man, they look legit like vintage 80s guitars. It's so amazing. If you can see that there, like the rusting on that bolt there, it's just wow. So here it is, the neck pickup, custom GREENY humbucker with flipped Alnico 2 magnet reverse mounted bridge pickup, custom GREENY humbucker Alnico 2 magnet controls, 2 volume, 2 tone, hand wide, bumblebee capacitors, vintage audio taper potentiometers, and the tone honed to the original sound and artist approved. So Kirk was there and he's like, yeah man, sounds good. I'm sure that's exactly how he said it. Neck and the headstock, custom 59 GREENY profile. That's the nut width, fretboard, solid Brazilian rosewood, hide glue fit. You got the scale length there, 22 frets, nylon nut, reissue trapezoid inlays, Spurzle tuners, and no structural brakes. Be interesting to know if the original has structural brakes or not. Obviously this is aged to make it look old, but if it has structural brakes, it's not really, it's got no integrity. I'd love to know that. What's included is custom brown leather case, and it's a sick looking case too. Check that, it's got green, more Hammett. Oh, so good. Custom pick tin with 6 Dunlop Kirk Hammett Jazz 3 picks, 3 green, 3 purple. I have some of the Kirk Hammett picks. I have the purple Jazz 3 with the cutaway. That's the ones I use though. Now they're slightly bigger, these are a bit small. We're not talking about picks. Back to the guitar. The custom black leather strap, which is cool. I really like the look of that strap. I'm gonna have to look into whether you can buy those straps. I'm sure you can. Certificate of authenticity, of course, with a signed photo of, oh, I didn't realize there was a signed photo from Kirk, oh my God. It even comes with vintage reissue strings. Actually, I did play, it was a 59 reissue and it was aged. So maybe it was one of the Murphy Lab ones. Anyway, I do remember, so those strings, even on that, were aged. It was really bizarre, but like they felt new, but they were rusted. In that situation, do you play it or do you change? Like, what do you do? If you're gonna buy one of these guitars, can you tell me, are you gonna play it or are you gonna stick it on the wall in a case? And the experience of a lifetime. Not only do you get the guitar, but you also get an evening with Kirk Hammett and a visit to the Gibson's world headquarters in Nashville, Tennessee. Gibson Custom Shop Collector's Edition guitar, one-of-a-kind evening with Kirk Hammett, curated dinner at Nashville's exclusive Soho House, private welcome reception with Gibson's leadership team, exclusive backstage tour of Nashville's premier guitar experience, the Gibson Garage, culminating with a tour of the Gibson Vault, the home of some of music's history's most coveted guitars. Oh, I can't even, like, what the hell. A commemorative gift collection from the Gibson Garage, visit the custom shop and meet pioneering master luthier Tom Murphy. Oh, mad. First class round trip airfare for 2 to Nashville. Now, when I spoke to Will, he did say that the flights are first class if you are in the United States. So if you live outside of the United States, like me, I'm in Australia, I would have to fly myself to the United States and then they would take the airfare first class from there. Even that'd be pretty cool. 1 room overnight accommodation at the Four Seasons Hotel, and obviously the certificate of authenticity with the photo signed by Kirk. Now he did say, in case you were wondering, it is 2 first class tickets. So again, if you're gonna buy one, take me. That does say down the bottom here, please note that the experience is not included in the price of the guitar. The experience is an invitation extended by Gibson. Now that I took at first, I thought it was going to be 2 separate things, that you would buy the guitar and then you would pay extra for the experience. But no, literally the guitar is going to be priced at, you ready for it? All up, US, it's going to be $50,000 for this guitar and the experience included as a bonus. Now, like I said, part of me played out the scenario where I could possibly have one of these and, you know, eventually maybe play it if things go well. But he dropped that figure and I died. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So in this experience of a lifetime, obviously you get to hang out with Kirk Hammett. What do you say? What do you ask him? I know if it was me, I'd probably go, and then I'd probably cry, maybe vomit. Maybe both. Not necessarily in that order. But seriously, if you had the opportunity to hang out with Kirk Hammett, comment. What would you ask him? I'd love to know. What would I ask him? Look, quite honestly, I've been a Metallica fan since I was a kid. I don't know. I think I'd just say thanks and then go and hide in the corner and just look at him. So I've obviously been looking into this morning, and it turns out Gibson did actually release back in 2013 a Gary Moore Les Paul Standard, which was based off the Greeny guitar. Now obviously this is not aged, this is a brand new guitar that is based off the Greeny guitar, but apparently according to this here, it even had the mismatched tone and volume knobs. You can kind of see that just there, that they're discolored, but they're not aged at all, they look brand new. And it even had the honking out of phase tone that we've been talking about. Now it is a sick looking guitar. That 2013 model there. Oh, it's even got the Les Paul model written in there, Gary Moore truss rod plate, but it's not this. That is just so iconic. It's so amazing. The fact that they've done this is just incredible. I would love to have a go on one of these. I'd love to own one of these. Unfortunately, in my current situation, I think I'm gonna have to miss out. But if you are gonna have one of these, I'd love to even just hear about it. You know, make a comment, do a video. I want to see one. So that's it, the Kirk Hammett Greeny. Only 50 to be made. It is fantastic. Now I do have a few Les Pauls. I've got my Les Paul Custom in Alpine White. I've got my Les Paul Standard in Mojave Burst, which is actually very similar to the Greeny guitar. And I've got the Slash Anaconda Burst Les Paul. And I also have a Gibson Tribal Explorer, which is pretty rare. You don't really hear much about those guitars, but I've got one and it's pretty cool. Well, that's it. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. See you next time.